Tourism Minister says State of the Industry Tourism Conference will engage CTO members on becoming stronger in the face of natural disasters.
We are happy that CTO will dedicate a session on this topic on Thursday, 12th October, in which we will critically examine this issue.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I'm Leslie Ann Johnson, Cornwall. Tourism Minister Clarice Modeste Kerwin says the October 10th to 13th State of the Industry Tourism Conference, or SOTIC, in Grenada will provide a platform for CTO member countries to share, discuss and strategize on how the industry can be improved. Delegates from CTO member countries will also use the 4-day conference at the Radisson Beach Resort to discuss how they can emerge stronger from the effects of natural disasters.
We are happy that CTO will dedicate a session on this topic on Thursday, 12th October, in which we will critically examine this issue. It is our opportunity to send a strong message to the world that tourism in the Caribbean is alive and well.
The American multinational technology company IBM will present at the State of the Industry Conference. IBM will be part of a panel which explores ways in which the Caribbean can use technology creatively to enhance the visitor experience and successfully sell destinations. The Tourism Minister says working together under the umbrella CTO body, the countries of the Caribbean will be able to maximize on market share.
We must rally to keep and increase our market share in the industry. It is critical now more than ever that you attend this conference. Therefore, we urge all of you, colleagues, friends, stakeholders, and all other interested parties to register now.
Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell has hinted that Grenadians could soon be going to the polls. It came during his brief address to residents at the official opening ceremony of the Beauchejou Community Housing Infrastructural Mitigation Project on Sunday.
Not long from now, you will get another chance. It may be the last chance that you're getting, but I want to tell you that you will get another chance sooner than later. You'll have that chance.
His advice to all, be prepared.
Whether we call it before Santa Claus comes or after Santa Claus, just get yourself ready. Check your voters list. Don't take any chances, because we have some political funeral to perform after that.
Quinn Company was selected through competitive tender to construct the road, funded by the World Bank and administered by the Project Coordination Unit in the Ministry of Finance. It's part of Grenada's strategic program for climate resilience.
The scope, as designed by Glean Engineering, included the construction of concrete roadways with adjacent drains and retaining walls, in addition to upgrading the main access roads. The existing concrete block wall septic tanks and soakaway systems were also upgraded. The objective of the project was to measurably reduce vulnerability to natural hazards and climate change impacts in Grenada.
That's contractor Mike Quinn. The project included the construction of approximately 1,600 feet of new concrete paved road, together with reinforced concrete box drains and retaining walls. The upgrading and paving of 1,100 feet of existing access road was also included. More than 100 workers were employed on the project, 90% from surrounding areas of Molinaire, Beauchejou, and Brazan. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique will host the Caribbean's biggest tourism gathering, the State of the Tourism Industry Conference, from 10th to the 13th of October at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. It's your opportunity to get premium access to tourism industry leaders, network, and gain ideas to improve your business or knowledge. To register online, visit SOTIC. That's SOTIC at sotic.onecaribbean.org. Register locally locally by visiting the GTA headquarters at Burns Point, St. George's, or the GTA office in Carriacou, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Register for 1 day for just $160, or register for 3 days for just $400. There's something for everyone at SOTIC 2017. See you there.
The Botanical Gardens has been renamed Sir Eric Matthew Gerry Botanical Gardens after Grenada's father of independence and former Prime Minister. In his honor, a monument has been erected at the entrance of the gardens. Earlier this year, then Culture Minister Senator Brenda Hood made the announcement that the gardens will be renamed after the former leader, and on Friday, an unveiling ceremony was held. Government officials, former parliamentarians and relatives all reminisced on Uncle Gerry, as he was affectionately known to many. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, whom Sir Eric referred to as his political son, said the renaming of the gardens is fitting, as the former leader shaped Grenada into what it is today, and he challenged politicians to take a page from the leader's book.
In my view, I think this is a fitting tribute, what we are doing here today, to a man who has sacrificed a lot, coming from the countryside in those days, without a formal education, and to challenge the status quo, as Gerry did, took a lot of courage, a lot of bravery. It was not easy. The colonial masters were not easy to deal with in the context of challenging their power.
Tourism and Culture Minister Clarice Modeste Kerwin said it will be remiss if the memories of his great leadership are allowed to die.
A well-known writer, William Shakespeare, he said, "The good that men do is often interred with their bones." Brothers and sisters, we could not let that happen to Sir Eric Matthew Gerry, to Uncle Gerry.
Alexis Gerry, son of Sir Eric Gerry, says he always admired his father's passion and commitment to building Grenada. He says it's important that Grenada celebrates his father's legacy.
This man singularly loved Grenada, unyielding. Passions came with him, passions went. But the one thing that was always singular about my father, Sir Eric, was his passion for Grenada. I believe his soul will never die, and we're celebrating his soul. We're celebrating his passion. And to see him through his soul is to see Grenada through all its possibilities, its greatness, and what it can be, because that was his vision and what he held true for Grenada.
8 steel bands have been rewarded in what Culture and Tourism Minister Clarice Modeste Kerwin says should be seen as a peace offering as opposed to a financial compensation as a result of the cancellation of Panorama in August. Payment was made to the bands on Friday.
I rather put it and say we are extending the olive branch, a peace branch, so that we can begin the healing process of reviewing objectively what happened and seeking to improve on what we have done, specifically in Carnival, but generally in, specifically in steel band, but also generally in terms of Carnival. And I know we have a very committed corporation, Spice Mass Corporation. They have started their work already, so I expect much, much better results. We expect much better results in the next year.
The checks all amount to $233,000. Minister Modeste Kerwin says looking at the participation of the youth in PAN and what it is doing for our culture, it is well deserved.
This figure marks what would have been expended, what would have been handed out had the competition occurred. That would have been handed out to the prize winners and also to the participants. And so in discussion with the PAN men, they felt that they deserved all of this money. And we couldn't argue. They do deserve that and perhaps more. But Mr. Peck, we don't have more. I'm just saying perhaps you deserve more. But we don't have it. No, because, you know, when we see the older ones leading the younger ones, the amount of young people who have been pulled into steel band to keep our culture alive, but also to keep them out of negative activities. It serves a dual purpose.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson, Cornwall.